restrict all kinds of insider trading in the Indian capital markets. If one is a auditor of a listed company, then that auditor, if he is having the access to the capital market, to the financial statements, that auditor will not be allowed to sell or purchase the shares of that particular listed company in which one is doing the audit work. So there are a lot of check and balances to safeguard the interest of the investors. Then frequently asked questions, I think there are a lot of questions which are there, that what is the difference between money market and capital market. The money market trades usually in the short term debt, whereas the capital market trades in both stocks as well as in bonds. Together, the capital market and the money market are comprised of the financial market. So I think investors are now coming for the short-term debt as well as the capital market securities, stocks and bonds. And what are the capital market instruments? The capital market instruments include equity shares, debentures, bonds, preference shares, etc. And the main instrument that are traded in the money market are T-bills, commercial paper, and certificate of deposit. So friends, I think the way the Indian capital market is going ahead, is progressing, I think it is something really great. The regulators like Reserve Bank of India, the Security and Exchange Board of India, and Ministry of Finance are trying their level best to see that how they can protect the interest of the investors in each and every part of the country, the length and breadth of the country. The investors awareness programs have been conducted day and night. Even the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is having the mandate to organize the investors awareness programs, and the regulators, the SEBI is trying its level best, the IEPFA is trying its level best to see that how we can educate each and every investor, the prospective investor, the students, and I am quite confident that when practically each and every citizen of the country will be having the knowledge of the capital market, I think the capital market will be very stable, and the benefit of the growth of the economy, the benefit of the growth of the country, I think will reach to the poorest of the poor of this country. And we have witnessed that in spite of the corona crisis, in spite of the problem which is going on in the Russia and Ukraine, we must have witnessed that it's not so that capital market in India has crashed like anything. Of course, it will be affected by the developments which are taking place in each and every part of the world, because practically the world is a global village nowadays. But as Indian capital market is very, very strong, it is not so that from 15,000 the capital market is crashing to 1,000 or like that. So I'm quite confident that we will certainly see how we can have the best of the knowledge. And if a student gets the knowledge, I think that student, when he will be making the family, each and every family member will be having the knowledge. And I am quite confident that all of us will certainly see that how we can be the part of this development of the capital market, and how we can be the part of the capital market, whether to begin with we can invest in the mutual fund, we can invest in the debt market, and then later on we can invest in the capital market, in the stock market, to begin with maybe in the primary market, and then later on we can be the part of the secondary market. And friends, IEPFA is trying its level best to see that how we can reach to each and every individual investor in each and every segment, whether one is farmer, whether one is who is maybe earning very very low, whether one is in employment, whether one is in business, but how this information can reach to each and everybody, how we can build the capacity of each and every investor. I think it is very very important, and we at IEPFA are trying our level best to see that how we can put our 100% to see that in this 140 crore pupils, how we can reach to each and everyone, how we can educate each and everyone. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, which is a partner of the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority in this initiative, and we are the part of this live tele-lecture series, and we will try to have the best of the faculties to see that how we can reach to each and every prospective investors, so that one can invest after getting the best of the knowledge. And recently, the IEPFA had a wonderful state level conference at Guwahati, in which the governor of the state of Assam was there, and more than 2,000 investors were there. The students were there. So we are trying our level best to see that how we can reach out in each and every part of the country, whether these are the northeast part of the country. We are trying to have the state level conference in the Jammu and Kashmir and other parts, so that the investors, the prospective investors, the students of each and every part of the country, particularly those parts where the investors' education may be not of that level, we can certainly try to reach out in the hilly areas also. And I'm quite confident when these initiatives will be there, the investors will be taking a wise decision after getting the best of the information. And IEPFA is trying its level best to see that we can try to have a very very strong capital market, very very educated investors can be the part of this strong capital market. And when we do talk of the recent developments on the international level, I think we have to be very, very careful. We have to keep a very, very close eye on the international developments, because when the developments will be taking place in other parts of the world, India will also be affected with those developments. And we always say that don't keep all the eggs in the same basket. We have to see that how we can have the diversification of investments, and I'm quite confident that all of us will certainly see that after getting the best of the information, best of the knowledge, we will certainly try to see that how we can have the diversification of the investments. We can be the part of the mutual fund. We can have the investment in the stocks. We can have the investment in the debt securities, so that ultimately at the end of the day, when something goes wrong with a particular sector, our whole of the money is not affected by that problem in that particular sector. So I'm quite confident that all our honorable investors, because I think when we do talk of the capital market is complete when practically each and every individual is coming forward to be the part of the capital market. Now India is practically going very strong, and during the period of Corona particularly, we have seen that crores of persons have become the new investors have become the part of this capital market. They tried to study the nuisances of the capital market, and we have seen whole lot of the new investors in the capital market. So I'm quite confident that all of us will certainly see that how we can disseminate this information to the others also, so that ultimately the persons who are investing are having the best of the knowledge, so that they can take the wise decision. And I think the secondary market now is fluctuating due to the international. We are very well aware that international problems are there, and we have to keep a very, very close watch on the developments which are taking place, and how we can be the part of the mutual fund, because in mutual fund, I think our money can be the safe, and we are practically insured against the fluctuations which can take place in the international markets. And our all the regulators, whether it is the Security and Exchange Board of India, or the Ministry of Finance, or the Reserve Bank of India, are taking every care to see that how we can protect the interest of the investors in this time. And I think our regulators are trying their level best to encourage the massive range of ownership of productive assets, and how we can have the derivative trading, how we can have the knowledge of the derivative trade, so that we can be insured against the market or price threats. So I am quite confident that all of us will certainly ensure that we can take the wise decision, and this is the time when we have to be very, very cautious, as lot of developments are taking place internationally, and we have to be very, very careful while investing or disinvesting. And as our earlier resource person Sachin ji was talking about the mutual funds. So I think mutual funds are also one of the area in which in this time of fluctuations one can very well go for. And I am really grateful to the Investors Education and Protection Fund Authority, IEPFA, for taking this great initiative to see that how we can have the more and more investors awareness program physically also, as well as this live tele lecture series which has been started today. I am quite confident that it will go a long way in disseminating the information to each and every investors, and we'll try our level best to see that how we can have the best of the resource persons for this live tele lecture series on the basics of capital market. So I am quite confident that all of us will certainly ensure that we can be the part of this live tele lecture series. And I am quite confident that as we are having the best of the resource persons in this tele lecture series, it would be really very good for each and every investor, as well as prospective investors, to have the best of the knowledge of the capital market. I am really grateful to the Investors Education and Protection Fund Authority for arranging the series of the programs to see that how each and every investors we can be educated, and we can reach in each and every part of the country physically, as well as through this virtual mode. So thank you very much, friends. I am quite confident that all of us will be the part of this live tele lecture series on a regular basis. Thank you very much. Namaskar.